want to add to some of that Shan said. You know, the Bible says that he that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. And I remember, and I say no proudly, but I remember even when we were first getting started, when we were courting and when we first got married and stuff, I always used to say there was favor that God had for my life that I would never have received if I hadn't married her. And the truth of the matter is, I've now lived and been married long enough to say that has been an absolute fact. The favor, I had favor of God on my life before, but I am not afraid to say that there has been different levels of favor that have come upon my life as well because of her and because of our obedience and because of our willingness to step out. And you know, that's our story. You know, I'm not telling anybody when to get married or how to get married or when to wait and if to wait or how to wait. I am simply saying this. You've got to know what God is saying. And I think that the conversation has to start at what God is saying and not what does your bank account say. I think if the conversation starts anywhere other than what has God said, you're going to start wrong. You could got $1 million and get married and it won't work. You got $1 million and still not get married. It can't start at what your bank account states. It can't start at what your bank account states. It can't start at what your house looks like. It can't start at what your dreams and visions and plans for your life are. It can't start any of those things. It cannot start there. It sounds really good in society's mind to start at, you know, well, my dream and my vision and my goal and my this and my that. Yeah, no, it has got to start at what has God said. Because if it starts at what has God said, then you are always able to say, God, you said this, so you are obligated to do this. You cannot lie. This is your word. If you start from what your bank account says and you get sick and it wipe out all your finances, you don't got nothing. If you start at your vision for your life and your goals for your life and your little vision board and all those fancy things that we learn, and you write those things down and it doesn't work out because something happens, you've got nothing. But for us, we always had that space where we could always say, hey, God, you are the one who said, do this. And you have provided for us up to this point. God, you have got to do that. This is the covenant you have made with us. You're a covenant keeping God. You got to honor it. You have to. It has to start. The conversations need to start there. Or I think we'll just make some real bad choices as we go through this journey. That's the truth.